He sent me 3 airline tickets, and I was their guest for 2 weeks. So when I was their guest for 2 weeks, they had arranged my meeting with various people, various groups, and in that meeting, at one of the meeting, at just like NIH, they have National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, NIPRIT. And NIPRIT scientists were sitting here and they were saying we have a disease called sickle cell anemia, this, all these things. But I had no idea what is sickle cell, and so I was not interested. But the moment they said, we are working on a product from the village folks, the moment they said that we are working on a product from village folks, I said, I'm interested in. And and I said, what I can do, nobody else can do.
Doc, you also mentioned, because this is the second part of the interview here, this interview here will be on YouTube, and it's going to be cut up into 5 to 10 parts, because we got the 10 minutes apiece. It's going to be an hour. Yeah, it's hard to talk to you for 30 minutes and let it go. So we will cut this up, because we want the world to get this here. And we'll send it to Twitter and to Facebook and to different places.
You're going to show me how to do that, right?
Yeah, I'll show you. And the idea is this right here, is that you come with a wealth of knowledge, and this is exactly what we need. You also said earlier in the other interview that sickle cell is related to malaria.
Malaria.
Okay, so we really don't experience malaria here in the United States.
Yes.
So how is it that the people in the United States have sickle cell?
The people are migrating to US. A person who is coming, who has a trait, coming from African countries. So America has a very small population of sickle cell patients. We have less than 200,000 patients here.
But Doc, okay, if you're talking about the great exodus of people from all over the world coming into the United States after the 60s,
yes.
Most of them that you would meet probably come after the 60s thing, but our sickle cell have been in America back in the 30s, 40s. I mean, I think I got relatives that has had some form of sickle cell.
But at that time, you see,
what did they get it from?
No.
They didn't know what the name was.
It was there.
Of the name yet.
They didn't know that it is sickle cell.
It's like AIDS. They didn't know what AIDS was in the beginning. Remember, it took 3 years before
Yes.
the word AIDS was attached.
Okay, but all right, wait.
We're just saying, how did the disease come about in general? More than likely, it was from the slavery time with the malaria, and people were dying, but nobody knew why they were dying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's
Yes.
my concept.
That's what he
So
said.
you're saying it's actually coming, okay, from that great exodus, the migration or
Whatever you want to
the
call it.
captivity from
Right.
slavery
Good word.
all the way over here. You understand? So okay, awesome.
And nobody knew, and it's like Agent Orange right now. You
Sure.
don't know you have it. Your offspring has it forever. Literally.
Wow.
And most people don't know they have it until it's too late. And then your offspring, you shouldn't have children if you have Agent Orange. It's in your body for every generation.
So it's like it's almost like
It's a death set. It's a
yeah,
different way.
it's like plutonium in the ground, basically.
So-
200 years ago.
So US has very small population, but Nigeria has 4 million people. Whole Africa has 10 to 12 million people.
Sure.
And worldwide 16 to 18 million people are suffering with this.
With sickle cell.
With sickle cell.
But see, it's not just in Africa anymore. It's in India.
Sure.
Anywhere malaria is, sickle cell is.
And malaria is basically
But if I'm understanding what happened, sickle cell is a defense against malaria. Because if you have sickle cell, you don't get malaria.
is that right?
That's what they say, because it is a defense against malaria, so there is a change in the blood.
So your body created that to protect yourself against malaria, but it gave you something else. There's
And
a
there
body
is-
defense, the defense of your
The body
body hitting internally.
There
created
is
it.
another disease related to sickle cell called thalassemia. Thalassemia is more among Jewish people, they say. And there also the blood gene changes.
Well, you know, there was a case we had here in the United States. I don't know what to call the case. It was one of our baseball players. And I believe that he was from Panama, but he was of African origin.
Yes.
And he married a Jewish woman here. And if you saw him here, you would just basically call him Black American.
Right.
All right. His daughter wound up having a disease with the bone marrow disease. And they looked for, what do you call it?
Blood transfusion, bone marrow transfusion.
Bone marrow.
Yes.
And then there was something touched off that disease basically come from, they were talking about Eastern European Jewish, and also from the African, the ancient African. So when they married together, the kid had that, because they had all kinds of drives. Everybody was going to give blood to see can they give a transfusion.
But it is known for 100 years. I think Linus Pauling, he Nobel laureate, he showed it way back, about 100 years back. And Peter, if you remember, when we were at Rutgers University, we met a white couple, and the lady, she just sent me an email that she's from Eastern Europe, and now she says that her daughter had the trait, and she's marrying a person from Nigeria who has a trait, and she has sent me an email. It's there in my office. I wish I had it here. I would read it, and she's concerned about it.
Sure.
So people are getting educated, and they know now what it is, and lot of research work is going on this. So what I have done is, when I was in Nigeria, I found that these NIPRID was working on this drug from the village folks.
Okay.
A reverend, and brought it to the attention of NIPRID. So these are four herbs together, and they make the decoction and all that. So they had done some preliminary work, and they had done some clinical trials also.
Sure.
So what I have done is, we licensed that drug with my previous company, and with my previous company we licensed it. And what I did was to bring credibility to this drug. I had to take it through US FDA, get orphan drug designation,
Sure.
do the work at Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, Thomas, and here at our laboratory and all that. And we put certain things together, put the drug master file together, and brought it to such a stage, and that's where we started marketing this drug in Nigeria.
Okay.
The president of Nigeria was there to launch this drug.
Mm-hmm.
So the World Health Organization, WHO, everybody complimented on this. But unfortunately, that drug is not being manufactured.
He got CEO of the year that year.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
I was
You got Buffett,
2006.
Warren Buffett?
You beat them all out that year. You took everything. Without being a billionaire.
Buffett, you mean
Buffett, Warren Buffett,
Yes.
he beat Apple, he was the president of Apple. They all had billions of dollars. They gave it to him for his humanity work.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
It is,
Yes,
if you see the list of the top
It was a
10
good article, it was a very
people,
good article.
then it was voting was going on internet for 1 month. It was not overnight. So the first, this is the all CEOs of public companies.
Okay.
So there are 10 finalists: Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, Hewlett Packard, all these names are there. And so when you see that, I'm nobody, I'm a small guy, but somehow the kind of work, humanitarian work I'm doing, and based on that, they decided I became #1 CEO of the year, 2006.
But you speak of, you say you're nobody, but your knowledge make you rich, where others are rich and they get access only because they're rich. You follow me? You see?
Well, see, that's why I'm
You
happy
see what I
to
mean?
do this YouTube, because I keep telling him all the photos and stuff he's done.
Yes.
We need people like you to help him get it onto
Yes.
that machine.
Yes.
So the more people out there would understand, especially younger people,
Yes.
to show that you can be him.
Yes.
'Cause
Because you have dedicated your life to the research and understanding. And that's what we lack here today. People don't want to make the dedication because they don't see the value in the dedication. You see?
fast food service, that's what
Yeah,
they want.
they want it like this here. And
Yes.
you're not going to, in other words, if we had a university where we can put a hat, a helmet over someone's head and download the information, you would have people from here to Georgia in line putting the helmet on to get the knowledge. Where you have, God has blessed you to have a curious eye and to go deep into the crater of humanity and get an understanding. And that's what we are lacking today. And that is the reason why the Western nations today are in the situation that they are today, because we are lacking people that go for the journey.